Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back, and we have a very exciting Pike and Shot battle for you here today. England is at civil war. Parliament and the Crown do not agree on who should rule England, and now we are going to see a great battle here to decide who will control England. Will it be the Crown directly, or will Parliament control the law of England and who runs the country? It's going to be very excited to see how this one goes down. We do have two brand new factions here, as we have 9.8 released for Pike and Shot recently last week, and I am finally getting around to showing off a couple of the replays I have been sent in. And this is covering obviously two new factions, some ones that we've kind of been looking forward to for a little while. You kind of had hints of them with regiments represented in other armies, but yeah, we finally have England actually in the mod. And as you can see here, we do have some of the Arquebusiers of John Lambert here, routing some of John Hilton's skirmishers and some mercenary dragoons as well. So yeah, already blood is being shed here on England's plains. And yeah, we are back. Yeah, it looks glorious, it really does. We've got some very exciting units we're going to get into having a look at in a moment. We've got more mercenary dragoons that they're about to go in. John Lambert, oh my gosh, they're routing already before they even engage. John Lambert's Arquebusiers are just too scary for them to deal with. It's a bit like NTW3. If you see your routing units going past you, it does unnerve other units. So this is possibly why these guys are already wavering. Also, they are mercenary dragoons. I'm pretty sure they are supposed to dismount rather than fight on horseback, really. But there you go, a little bit of an engagement early on there, as you can see. Skirmishers and a bit of cav loss for the Royalists, but it's not really the end of the world, because the Royalists have plenty of cavalry, as you can see over here, ready to go in. We have a whole load. We've got Scottish mercenary lancers here. We've got German Arquebusiers. This is all 1642, so it's relatively straight down the middle of the age, sort of when the mod's being set. It's sort of, you know, it's 30 Years War, so yeah, it's actually probably the latter end, really, of the 30 Years War. Mercenary Arquebusiers. Nothing like super elite. George Vaughan's regiment of Arquebusiers. Some are just like named. Yeah, nothing like a, oh no, I was about to say nothing like a cuirassier, but here you go. Got John Culpepper's regiment of cuirassiers. And another one there as well. Very cool. We'll have a look at the parliamentarians as well in a moment, with their more modernized army. We've got the Duke of Newcastle here with some of his musketeers, all in pristine white. What else have we got? Right, Scottish mercenary light pikes. Pretty sure the Scots kind of flip-flop on which side they fight for. Sandford's firelocks. I think they start with the Royalists, and then they change to the parliamentarians and sort of loyalties. I don't really know a lot about the English Civil War, funny enough. Even though I'm from the country that it's about. We have the King's Lifeguard of Foot Musketeers in their bright red there. Looking very cool. Not that ornate, not compared to like the Spanish ones or the French ones. Scottish light pikes. Yeah, more Duke of Newcastle's. I'm just seeing if there's anything we haven't seen already before. More artillery sitting up here. 12-pounders. So yeah, big guns here. Yeah, nothing like we haven't already seen, I think. John Lamplu's regiment of pikes. Have a look at those. Just see this cavalry here. Lifeguard of horse cuirassiers. They will be cool to look at. Let's have a look at these guys as the armies get into position. It's a good thing about Pike Shot. You give it a time to get ready. The armies take a little bit of time to amble into direction. Oh, these are kind of like the classic sort of English Civil War look, that is for sure. What else we do have here? More cuirassiers. Oh yeah, we have a lot of heavy cav actually shifting to the side here. We do have Prince Rupert of the Rhine. I do not know who this guy is, but there you go, Rupert of the Rhine leading the way. Oh, we have mercenary dragoons that went in, obviously, for a charge somewhere along the line. They got blasted away by Westminster Regiment Musketeers. We'll have a quick look at some of the units as well for the parliamentarians. Look very similar to the Royalist ones as well. You can see the Arquebusiers on horseback. It's surprised to have a bit more of the parliamentarian look. We saw like the hats. You can see a few of them there. Like the third guy, Lonnie, has the parliamentarian look, but maybe it's not typical. It's just how they're depicted. Not so well, just like in sort of like Hollywood and sort of by historians. Yeah, well, a lot of Westminster Regiment Musketeers. They look like just generic musketeers, to be honest. From various nations, to be honest. We have lots of Arquebusiers moving forward here, galloping forward into battle. But this is a 3v2. But as you can see, the Royalist army matches just as the Parliamentarians does in scale. I think it's due to they just basically funds. They just gave the same amount of funds to the Royalists as the Parliamentarians have. They just have a smaller amount to the Parliamentarians to spend compared to the Royalists. Because they divide it between 3 rather than 2. Thomas Ballard here with his musketeers looking quite similar as well.
The enemy has discovered your hidden units.
Enemies discovered hidden units. Alright, don't know whose hidden units those were. Again, a bit more skirmishing going on. It's just skirmishes being taken out here by arquebusiers. They're just getting rid of the outer sort of defenses here. It looks like mercenary dragoons have set up. They're blasting away. Usually, compared to NTW3, not really a big threat. But this one actually might, you know, rout this arquebusier. I think it's getting shot by friend rather than foe. There you go. They ran through the dragoons and it has routed them. This cavalry here, though, it needs to be careful. I'm not sure if it's shooting its own musketeers, but maybe not. They need to be careful, they do. But yeah, the Parliamentarians in the white and red, and then the Royalists in their Royalist sort of flag that they have going on here. But yes, if you're enjoying all things Pike and Shot and you want to get it yourself, well, you need to make sure you have Pike and Shot, well, Shogun 2, sorry, and you need to have the Pike and Shot submod, or mod. You can just get it off ModDB. Very easy to install. And then I'd recommend joining the Pike and Shot Discord. They have a great community there that plays quite a few battles. And that's definitely the place to go to get involved in some battles yourself. And I'll leave a link for that down in the description, along with the mod and all other shenanigans. But yes, it looks like it's quite quiet on this side compared to the other side, where it is actually getting very much underway. And now we have a huge cav fight now. Oh my gosh. Look at that. And we are seeing lots of cuirassiers. They are absolutely smashing through. Oh, they've just smashed through musketeers, arquebusiers. They've smashed through everything. My gosh. The Royalist cavalry is insane. I know the Royalists early on had quite an experienced army. These guys having served in the 30 Years' War and in Europe. And the Parliamentarians took a bit of time to catch up. But once they did catch up with the Royalists, they had the funds and just the manpower that they were able to beat the Royalists with. So obviously the Royalist army might be actually a little bit better than the Parliamentarian one to start with. Charles Gerard's regiment of cuirassiers as well. It's the king here. We have Jacob Astley, 1st Baron Astley of Reading. He's in charge of this army over here. Interesting. I'll have to see where we have Oliver Cromwell or anyone like that. Volunteer Covenanter skirmishers. We're seeing more arquebusiers getting into position, but they're going to get charged here by cuirassiers. And I don't think these guys are going to get set up in time. The Royalists are smashing on in. And they are running for their lives. My gosh, and that is an absolute... They have fully routed those guys. They're not coming back as well. My gosh, that is devastating. That's the entire Parliamentarian left pretty much gone. We have Philip Skippen. No idea who that man is. But he is running for his life as Skippen. He's getting out of it. And he's running with what remains of his arquebusier force that's setting up here. We're seeing, it looks like some arquebusiers. This is apparently a full... Oh yeah, it's John Lambert. Apparently it's a full unit. I mean, they got a volley off. That might slow the cuirassiers down. And then there you go. This is some of the Royalist cuirassiers in blue. And then the Parliamentarians in their sort of beigey colour. And the Parliamentarians lose again. John Lambert, he's done a terrible job. He's good at killing skirmishers, but he can't kill cavalry. And yeah, it's not looking good. And actually, Philip Skippen is about to get charged. I know the generals are actually okay in melee. They can hold their own pretty well. You can see the heavily armored bodyguard there. We've got a T-posing man in death, T-posing as he was in life. And yeah, Skippen, he's losing. I don't know whether the bodyguard's been weakened or whether it's just that he got a pretty good charge off there onto Skippen, maybe the case. But yeah, already that Parliamentarian army is getting absolutely destroyed. They need to get a push on and start pressuring elsewhere. Oh, the cannon's just lost its carriage somewhere along the line. Funny. But yeah, this is concerning because the Parliamentarians are going to have to start turning troops, infantry to stop this flank now. Because this is the only way you're going to stop his infantry. Stop that cavalry push. That's a lot of cavalry. That's definitely one, maybe 1.5 armies worth there. Royalist infantry needs to start thinking about pushing forward, trying to tie down the Parliamentarian, the new Parliamentarian left, to try and stop that from sort of turning and dealing with that. And it looks like the Parliamentarians are sending a vast amount of cavalry in that direction. We're seeing, yeah, lots more arquebusiers being sent in that direction. This is like thousands of cavalry. Like the scale of Pike and Shot is insane. It really is. Look at that. Thousands upon thousands. I mean, that, well, it might be that each one's 100 man. How many units are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's nearly 900 men. And we've got some lancers here as well. They could send as much as 1,100 cavalrymen in that direction. The scale, like I said, insane. Like, you can play like a 1v1, easily have a 10,000 man battle if you bring just mass. Yeah, the cavalry here battling away. The blues of the Royalists against the beige of the Parliamentarians. I mean, it's not entirely true because there are some beige units on the Royalist side as well, but 90% of like the beige units, I feel like, are Parliamentarians. Mercenary Dragoons moving forward here, and we're going to see some of Lord Hopton's regiment of musketeers going in. Very nice. And the Duke of Newcastle as well. Henry Bard's pikes. I do like how they're named after their commander. It's very fun. It's like over here. Just a very small skirmish line kind of connecting what is a significant cavalry force. A much smaller one, though, on the left here, and the infantry line. So really the Parliamentarians should try and smash through this skirmish line, maybe then turn the Royalist sort of centre. As you can see, the Royalist right is pushing forward. Their skirmishers here are retreating. They're probably getting blasted by their own side a little bit, I think. And also artillery here is probably putting some chunks into them. I think the skirms are going to get sent forward to actually silence the cannons here. More Parliamentarian cavalry getting sent, surely not on their own. Halsrig's Lobster Regiment Cuirassiers being sent in. Not on their own, surely. It's a 70-man unit. They are not going to stop all this cavalry here. They're getting blasted. There must be a good few hundred cavalry there now alive. Yep, already routing. And the cannons there routing mercenary dragoons and skirmishers as they push forward. I mean, cannons are quite easy to take out in Pike and Shot Total War. You just need to shoot the crews with musketeers. It does the job pretty well, actually. Skirmishers like this, though, they'll hold for a little while, I would have thought, against this line infantry. Unless, they've changed it. In past games, I've just, like, skirmishers, like, musketeers are so inaccurate that skirmishers could kind of do pretty well. But we'll see. But yeah, this is certainly a weak point. This interesting move here by the Royalists. I'll admit, just skirmishers, then guns. Quite easy to take out in the right circumstances. Just charge with a bit of cavalry, take out the skirms, charge with some infantry, or just shoot with some infantry, and you can take out the guns. Then you can swing into this flank, and you can really easily also pin down this with the amount of Parliamentarians in front of them as well. Who do we have here? We have Thomas Fairfax, very famous commander in the Parliamentarian army. He takes York, which is my local hometown. He takes that from the Royalists, Thomas Fairfax, and he saves the Minster, the big cathedral there, from being sold. And then we have Oliver Cromwell, the main man himself. He's got I don't know who Cromwell's supposed to be, but I like how his standard bearer is the guy with the big old pike. I don't know if they do have a unique model for him. But as you can see, yeah, the Parliamentarian sort of formation, an interesting formation, that's for sure. They're forming pike squares already with their Scottish-like pikes. Oh, they have Scots on both sides. Scots are just, fighting for anyone and everyone. A bit like the German and Italian mercenaries that you see in like the mainland European armies. They just kind of fight for anyone and everyone. They're just in everyone's roster. I feel like it's going to be the same with the Scots here. The artillery, though, is putting big holes, into the Henry Bard's Duke of Newcastle's regiment here. They are getting shredded. We're going to see the pikes getting sent forward here. Henry Bard's going to get given the job to silence those 12-pounders. Surprised they're not sending some musketeers up to support. But here we go. The big old clash in the center is about to take place here. And we are about to see the Parliamentarians engage. They actually are routing these skirmishes slowly but surely. There you go, getting rid of them. The artillery is doing the same on this flank here as it is to the Royalists on the right. They are putting big old holes into these Scottish light pikemen. I imagine they're firing cannons there. Yeah, 240-man unit already down to 170. They are taking serious casualties, and it's dropped again already. Insane. The musketeer units for the Royalists are vastly bigger, actually, as well. I just realized 192 to 120 for the musketeers here. So could be outgunned, whether that's quality or whether they are just bigger units. I don't know, maybe it's a historical thing, just smaller regiments. I know like the Dutch have smaller units as well, but they're pretty good shooters, so maybe it's because they're better trained. I don't know, it'd be interesting to see. Bit of a cav face-off here going on. This is definitely not favourable for the Royalists. They've got Yeah, a lot of cuirassiers here, actually. Alexander Popham's cuirassiers. Yeah, arquebusiers in front. We've got, yeah, more cuirassiers on the flank there. And Cromwell's Ironside Regiment. That's a very famous one. This is kind of what the cavalry was all known as, really, with the Ironsides. The Ironsides. But they're going to go in, and they're getting infantry support, pikes, Earl of Essex pikes there, and also musketeers here, and artillery. So yeah, just against some cavalry. Not a good mix-up there for the Royalists. But the Royalists aren't slowing down. They are going in once again on this flank, and again, routing the flank over here of cavalry. This is more of Popham's cuirassiers. Actually, don't know, they might be losing that one. The fresher cuirassiers might be winning that.
Stick it to him.
They are redlining though. Oh yeah, actually, I still think like Alexander Popham's cuirassiers are losing that. They are taking some of these cuirassiers down with them though. The Charles Gerard's cuirassiers, they might be going. Looking very messy over here. Very messy. You can see they're flanking around. Queen's Regiment of Horse Cuirassiers. They've got some very elite cavalry here. Yeah, these are boys that are in red. But yeah, they've got some good units here. We've got a general. Yeah, we've got Prince Rupert of the Rhine. He's engaged there. And he's pretty healthy. Yeah, they are mass routing. Again, cavalry just cannot deal with the Royalist cavalry. I think it was the better of the cavalry, to be honest. Like 9 times out of 10, that was the Royalists were kind of known for. They were the aristocracy. There you go. The pikes going in. Looks like they got rid of those guns, and the musketeers need to just move forward and start blasting point blank into those pike squares. And yeah, I was gonna say, surely the cav here is just gonna have to fall back. The Royalist cav, just give ground, just don't engage. The best policy. Already you can see gun crews have been routed here, just getting blasted. This one should also probably face a similar fate. They need to move forward this flank. Yep, there you go. Royalists are reacting. Very good. Pikes are breaking though here, which is not good after their charge. And yeah, cavalry's also starting to get blasted by musketeers as it goes in. It's not good at all. Good thing is most of the units are quite large. So they do return quite often. That's why pike and shot battles do take a little while sometimes. But yeah, mass routing everything over here, like fully routing. And more Ironsides here routed as well. Jeez, they are just overwhelming. Maybe they're not so great. They should be pretty good, but I guess maybe sheer numbers. There is so much Royalist cav here. They're getting smacked about. And they're just going to be able to get in behind now. We've still got a little bit of Royalist cavalry. We've got some more regiments and arquebusiers that re-rallied by looks of it. But arquebusiers here that are set up. I mean, they're routing musketeers. They could start blasting up light pike if they wanted to themselves. I think they're quite happy to take the slow sort of game on that side, just let the cavalry do most of the talking. But they're in a bit of a foot race here on this flank because, yeah, guns are being routed. Looks like they've got another important cav fight on this side. Looks like both sides kind of standing off. Popham, oh no, the Ironsides here broke. I think they went into melee or just got blasted. The angle's been played here by the Royalists. They're kind of getting a bit more of a better angle. This arquebusier is going to rout though, I think. Getting rear charged and charged by its yeah, I was gonna say they got charged by its own troops and also by the enemy. And there you go, Popham's regiments of cuirassiers immediately routing. Geez, they did take some of George Vaughan's arquebusiers. There you go, getting rid of all of those. And that's kind of helped. They got rid of a lot of cav there. They could go in behind, get the regimental cannon there, but they still got all of these arquebusiers and then more cuirassiers back there to deal with as well. That's a problem. And the infantry here is kind of a bit of an obstacle. Fairfax, in the sense they're looking pretty strong. His infantry is starting to get beaten back. Oh no, these are some. Oh no, this is pikes. I was thinking this was a musketeer. It's like that's a huge musketeer. No, it's in fact Lord Rabati's pikemen. 240 guys. Yeah, but this is really concerning. I mean, most of this cav's tired. Yeah, very tired. Needs to rest up, so just marching into the back lines and just kind of resting up. And you can see that it is forcing the left here to sort of either turtle up or try and retreat. I think it's going for the former. It's just trying to turtle. Got 12 pounders way back there as well, firing. And yeah, it looks like we're now seeing, oh, they're charging in. They're charging into the elites as well. Because we've got Duke of Newcastle down here. Got the Lifeguard Foot Musketeers. And we've got, these are pikes actually going in. We have Fairfax's pikes going in against, I think these are Newcastle's pikes, but I could be wrong. John Lampluse. Piking away. They should win that fight. They haven't got their pikes out of Fairfax's troops. Yeah, Royalists, they kind of won their fight, but they're falling back. It's the right thing to do. Don't need to engage there. Don't overcommit. Playing very, very safe. Like to see it. And more guys going in. More pikes being sent in, but not really. Very disjointed. Pikes not really using their pikes. Getting out their sabers and going hand to hand. Rather than staying at range and poking away. I forgot what this bright green unit was. Sanford's Firelocks. I don't know why, but they kind of give me light infantry vibes. Got a pike back here, Duke of Newcastle's pike. Send those in. Get them into the fight. But yeah, I mean, this is parliamentarian forces here. They just need to swing. Just swing in the door. Just start to descend on Pike, the Newcastle musketeers here. We've got pikemen as well, kind of just stood in their own lines. They should really be shifted to the left. Try and force back the mercenary light pikes there, potentially. You need to angle their line a little bit. Yeah, this is not, yeah, like, they're sending in their units bit by bit, just getting battered back. Battalion Staff Commander, which helps support morale. They're routing as well. Royalist right, pretty weak, honestly, but it's being allowed to, you know, just kind of deal with this parliamentarian force because most of the parliamentarian troops now looking in the rear at the cavalry. They know it's there. They just don't want to get rear charged and routed, which could quite easily happen. We've got Scots fighting Henry Bard's pikes, poking away, doing their thing. Ingo Sanford's Firelocks. Now the turn the Royalists to be a bit more on the aggressive side. Cavalry here is just getting blasted. I don't know if it's for free though, but they definitely shouldn't just stand here and just get blasted like this. They should set up more of their cuirasses on a bit of an angle and try and shoot into the flanks of those parliamentarians. But this is looking dicey. Oh, they've sent some cav back here. Scottish Mercenary Lancers. They are going through the gaps. That's really nice. Are they going to be able to rear charge Fairfax? I think they are going to a little bit here. They're getting into the back of some of those musketeers, side charging over here as well into some, but it looks like we're going to see them being bailed out by pikes. And hear the music going as well. Glorious stuff. Really is. Keep playing those tunes, boys. They could have maybe gone for Fairfax. I feel like the Scottish Lancer here. They could have got the gun then Fairfax. Instead they went for the musketeers, assisting their line, but I feel like they might have this. See the Scottish Lights there routing. They're not running though. It's a bit of a bug with Shogun.
Prepare to receive a charge.
And now I think they're going for Fairfax. Or they're at least going for the guns, I think. Fairfax might be allowed to escape. Like I said, generals are pretty good. Concerned about army losses, those Fairfax. He might master out. Like they will master out. Will these armies quite quickly. There you go. Fairfax is. He's wavering. Like you don't need to. Like you have such large armies, but taking reasonable losses, your army will master out, and you can just see all of a sudden just like an army just go. And I think we're going to see that with the parliamentarian centre in a moment here. Fairfax just barely got touched by the mercenary lancers there of the Scots. And he's routed, and that's him fully gone. He'll probably get speared down in a second. We'll see him die. Here comes the final blow of the parliamentarian left. Cavalry going in for one last charge, I imagine. With Rupert of the Rhine leading the way. Oh no, it's Jacob Astley. I think they have both generals over here. We did see, I thought I saw Rupert Rhine over here, of the Rhine as well here. Yeah, they have fully got rid of them. And now it's pretty much just the right left, which has had mild success. It's rather like cavalry, I think, in the gunfight, to be honest. It's kind of outmaneuvered. I think because Micro has been busy elsewhere, the Royalist player's not really realised what's gone on here and he's lost his cavalry. But it might not matter, because his infantry here is going to be able to turn, face off against the parliamentarians, which are remanoeuvring. And then the Royalists still got plenty of cav. Look at this, just in the back here. Oh, this is where Prince Rupert's regiment of cuirassiers, Rupert of the Rhine is there. Not a clue who that man is. But he's obviously, you know, probably of some relation to Charles I, who's not present on the battlefield. The king with the king's men, where he should be, but he's not. He's, I guess, watching from the back lines. Probably somewhere with that regimental 3-pounder there. But yeah, actually, fair amount of this Cav's return. This might actually box in the Parliamentarian Cav with Rupert Ryan kind of coming in from the other side. The infantry going to have to reform, sort of forming a new centre here. And we're going to have cavalry, I guess, a new right here, and this could be the sword of their left. Need to be careful of some returning parliamentarians. We've got the Lobster Regiment Cuirassiers. These are healthy as well. These guys just routed immediately. Guess army losses coming into it, but they are going to try and charge into the regiment of John Culpeper, but they are routing immediately. Yeah, I'd imagine they would. They are winded. Actually, well, winded's not that bad, but yeah, concerned about army losses. That's what the biggie is. And that's going to affect the other army here as well, I would have thought. General nearby? Maybe not, actually. This army seems pretty reasonable. His casualties sustained, but yeah, General nearby is really helping the morale there, that's for sure, which is good for them. Yeah, the Royalists kind of making sure these final parliamentarian units are gone. Yeah, good to see the Royalists winning. I kind of always root for the underdog. And the guys that don't win historically, spoilers if you didn't know, the Royalists do not win the war of, the Civil War. I was going to say the War of Independence, that's not right. We've not had one of those. There you go, Duke of Newcastle's men going into battle. Dealing with what looks like another light infantry unit. It's John Hampden's regiment of musketeers. That's routing immediately. Another cav fight or standoff over here. Looked like more of a gunfight. Saw more of the cuirassiers gone. Don't know really why they're even challenging this. Just be a pest. Just stay out of the way. Just be a pest. But they are at the same time drawing all this cavalry over here. And Rupert and all of his massive cuirassiers are going to be able to charge in. These lancers here, though, they're exhausted. And they are going to rout immediately on contact. We are going to see, I think, most of this cavalry go in and it's going to rout pretty much immediately. But maybe it's just a screen for the infantry to get into range. And you can hear, yes, the cry of retreat as most of the cavalry is breaking. It just really need a bit of a rest. And most of it is very tired, taking casualties. Yeah, here it goes, setting up. I mean, the Rupert of the Rhine is somewhere nearby, I would have thought. Lifeguarded horse, yeah, they are not looking good. This one looking, I was about to say looking reasonably good, 73, but it is exhausted. I mean, the Harquebusiers just set them up, just blast. Oh my gosh, it's all the cavalry routed. Oh, the please tell me the parliamentarians are going to turn this around. They might do, you know. They might just do. Be over-aggressive with the Royalists now, I think, knowing that victory is within their grasp. And the vast volleys there from the cavalry routing. And this is healthy cav still. This is concerning. They should have kept some of their cavalry corps alive, the Royalists. They have still got some. There comes Prince Rupert. Where was he? He need to be at the front lines rallying his boys. Like so many elite units here. The Queen's Regiment, the Horse Cuirassiers, all just gone, just thrown in. I mean, they are routing stuff still, the Royalists, which is good to see. Popham's Cuirassiers going in. I think they're beating the infantry fights as well here. Stop blasting your own men, Newcastle. Friendly fire, man. Friendly fire. Poking away still.
Engage!
And looks like another one of the last sort of vaguely healthy cuirassiers limps into melee. It's a pike unit, ugh, of all things to fight. Well, actually, quite a lot of the cavalry might have returned. It's good to see. Rupert dashed over, it looks like, and re-rallied. Seeing more infantry as well arrive. They should really wait for their full force, should the Royalists. They are routing more troops, though. They're seeing more of, looks like, just battalion staff commander actually routing. That's kind of concerning. That holds a lot of morale for an army. Yeah, the cuirassiers here, they're wavering. Yeah, it's exhausted. I understand, like, Total War players, they're like, oh, I broke through, I want to carry on. But yeah, they're kind of like glass cannons. Oh my gosh! No, the cavalry! This is all healthy cavalry, just charged into infantry. into the King's Lifeguard foot. Yeah, they've routed. That's pretty much the core of the army gone. Cromwell is going to have to run back to London and regather his army, get a new model army going. There you go. They've routed the cuirassiers, but they might take the musketeers with them. Yeah, actually quite a lot of the cavalry corps has returned. Rupert there with his boys. And it looks like he's going after Cromwell. He's going to try and take the head of the snake. Cromwell is not hanging around, though, to see whether they'll survive that one. It's actually pretty close of a game in the end. I mean, with these troops not really arriving to really influence the game, Royalists and Parliamentarians do have similar amounts of resources left. Astley and also Prince Rupert alive is really helping the situation here. We're going to see a charge from the Harquebusiers. They're rear charging Parliamentarians, but it might not matter. They might rout themselves, but they were wavering. The Popham's regiment instead is going to rout fully, and I think that's going to be mass rout. Yeah, a lot of units starting to just break, concern of army losses. I think all we're going to see is one huzzah here from Prince Rupert and his cavalry. Yep, in they go.
Glorious victory, sir.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours. And there you go, mass rout from Cromwell. It's just him left now. Cromwell's army gone. Army losses take effect. And we should have an end result any moment now, really. And the Royalists are going to win. And honestly, it came down to that cav fight right at the beginning on that left flank there. So they smashed through the Parliamentarian left and then just kept on going. And the cavalry was just so strong. Parliamentarians, I feel like, could have been more aggressive in the sort of the right of centre, is where the weak point in the line was, and that's what they should have exploited. With just skirmishes and artillery there, they could have easily smashed their way through. Don't know why we're waiting for Cromwell. I would be surprised he didn't just rout himself. We'll just fast forward and see whether anything happens with him. But yeah, thank you very much to the guys that sent this one in. Very much appreciated. Yeah, it's a really fun mod. I really do enjoy checking it out. And yeah, if you want to send any of your own replays in, whether it's Pike and Shot, whether it's just any old Total War, do send it into my Discord. The link is down below in the description. You can just join and send stuff in, or you can you know, get involved in some battles as well. We do plenty on the server as well. Lots of scenarios and streams. And there you go. Cromwell accepts his fate. Getting smashed up. Oh, friendly fire from Jacob Astley there. He wants the final kill. Actually, routing his own troops. Oh, please, Cromwell, just rout. I do not want to see you kill a general. There you go. Cromwell's gone, but it took Mercenary Arquebusier with them. And that should be game, I think. We should get the end results, I think. There you go. Another victorious battle today. So I'll end the battle, and I'll see you guys in a moment with the end results. So here we are with the end results. I think this one was sent in by Sandwich, who was playing as one of the Royalist army, so well done to him, and to the Killer, playing as the Royalists, and well done to Potato, Mortiso, and Anti as well, all doing okay, but, you know, in the end, they just kind of got rolled, and once you start to get rolled in Pike and Shot, it's kind of hard to turn around. I think one of these players is a newer player as well, so credit to them for playing as well, you know, doing the best as they could. We'll have a quick look at some of the unit stats and kills. Starting with Sandwich, he's got John Lampu's pikeman here with nearly 400 kills. Doing very, very nice. 8 short of that. Then we have Scottish Lancers here with 365 kills. As many kills as there are days in the year. Then we have the Cuirassiers here with 317, 307 with another one of John's Cuirassiers. Duke of Newcastle's Pikes with 297 kills. 270 with Prince Rupert's Cuirassiers. The Queen's Horse Cuirassiers with 253. 248 with another Horse Cuirassier there of the Queen's Regiment. Then yeah, more of John's Cuirassiers there with 236 kills. Yeah, 199 with some firelocks is the best of the musketeers I think we've seen so far. Actually, yeah, really a pike and cavalry game, and then yeah, huge more kills there. I mean, so many triple figures. Artillery with 147, which is not bad at all. There are the rest of Sandwich's kills. You want to have a look at those. Mortiso got 143 kills with his cannons. I think that was he was on the left. I think he got rolled pretty quickly. Those cannons held a bit of resistance and did some decent damage. But yeah, that's his army pretty much with mostly double figures, not really many triples. And then we have Potato here. He had a bit of a better, some decent kills with some of his cavalry. Cuirassiers 150, 124 with the Harquebusiers, 109 with some more Cuirassiers, 318 with the Killers, John Culpepper's Cuirassiers there, 310 with the Harquebusiers, George Vaughan's Harquebusiers 293, 208 with another one of George Vaughan's Cuirassiers with 208, 173 with the Cuirassiers of Charles Gerard, and light pikes with 167, and there are the rest of the Killers' kills. Baron of Reading getting nearly 100 kills, 94 he got in total. And then we have Anti here with 135 kills with his Cuirassiers, 133 with his pikes. Harquebusiers getting 108 kills. It's not too bad, but yeah, nothing huge compared to the two Royalists. But there you go, guys. That is today's Pike and Shot battle. I hope you guys did enjoy checking out some new factions there. It was really fun to see the English Civil War in action. And yeah, well, I'm definitely looking forward to showing off more Pike Shot. There'll be a bit more of it coming in the coming weeks. I've got a few replays backlogged up now with this new update out. But yeah, thank you for coming along and enjoying the video. If you did, do remember to leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that shenanigans. Leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.